The all-new Canon G7X Mark III is what every vlogger has been waiting for. It's a small, lightweight camera with the ability to connect external audio. I will now unbox it and share my first impressions with you. So, the Canon G7X Mark III is a premium compact camera. It's the successor of the Mark II and made for vloggers. I will use it mainly for vlogging, so my reflections and thoughts are from a vlogging perspective, even though it's a magnificent camera for photography too. Before we unbox it, let's take a look at the box itself. It's actually very compact. Compared to my Sony A5100 box, it's significantly smaller. This video is mostly recorded with my Sony A5100, by the way. The camera on the box is black. Mine is silver though, but I guess it's reasonable to ship them in the same boxes and just add color marks on the side, even though it might be a bit confusing. Here I compare it to a memory card to give you an idea of the size of the box. The specifications are available on Canon's website, so I don't need to talk much about them here. I can just say that I'm most excited about the external microphone jack. So let's see what's inside the box. First, there is a user manual in many different languages. And some other papers too of less interest. Here is the cable to the battery charger. I must say that I really like that it comes with an actual battery charger. Many cameras these days comes with just an USB charger. If you use many batteries, which videographers tend to do, this is a much better solution. You can, by the way, charge this camera using USB 2, but there is no USB cable included. So, what have we got here? This is the battery. Kinda small, I believe, so we will see how it will be about the capacity. Here is a little wrist strap. It feels a bit cheaper than I expected. I actually had an old Canon XS many years ago, and that the wrist strap was a lot more elaborate. And here is the camera itself. If you ask me, the silver version is really eye-catching and looks so much better than the black version. But there are actually some downsides with the color scheme on the silver version that I will show you later. It feels very solid and genuine, small and compact, but dense, if that makes sense. It has a slightly deeper grip than the Mark II, which I believe is good. My hands are somewhat big, so small cameras can be uncomfortable to hold. The flip-up screen is of course great for vlogging. I prefer to have the screen above the camera rather than on the side. The screen is very thin but feels sturdy. You can tilt it 180 degrees upwards, but also a bit downwards. The knobs and controls are very precise and distinct. They really make this camera feel like a premium product, and I have felt flimsier knobs on way more expensive cameras. Here is the problem with the silver color scheme. The contrast of the icons are not as good as the white icons on the black knobs, which you get if you buy the black version. They can be difficult to see. So here we have what everybody's been talking about, the 3.5mm microphone input. Being able to use external audio in a camera this small is very rare, almost unique. This is so amazing and every serious vlogger's dream. It's the main reasons why I bought this camera. I don't know how many hours I spent syncing audio and video. I will probably mainly use it with my lavalier mic, the Audio-Technica 3350. It's so easy to just plug it in and get perfect audio right into the camera. I really think this makes it such an elegant solution for vlogging. Very easy to carry around and easy to set up. I have also bought a very compact shotgun microphone, the Rode Video Micro. That will too make a good vlogging rig along with the G7X Mark III. One thing that is important to mention is that the G7X Mark III has no hot show, so you need some sort of cage or bracket to attach a shotgun mic. For now I will use a flat bracket that I already have, but I guess a L bracket will make the rig even more compact. There are several ways to combine this camera with the microphone, and you probably have thought out a solution that works for you and your needs. But the point is that you need to consider that there is no hot show, which is unusual for a camera with the microphone input. Microphones, many Sony camera owners have problems with those clips making rattling sounds when moving the camera when you are recording video. As you can see, there are no moving parts here, so that won't be a problem on the Canon G7X Mark III. There is also a built-in flash. It actually feels a bit flimsier than the rest of the camera. Battery and memory card goes here. Really not much to say about it, pretty straightforward. There's a thread for a tripod or a gorilla pod. The lens ring though is also very distinct and precise, just like the other knobs. I do wonder if it's a bit noisy when recording video, but hopefully there is no need to fiddle with it during the recording. Here you see the Canon G7X Mark III in a lineup with other cameras that many people can relate to. This will give you an idea of the size. First, there is the GoPro 7. Then there is the first version of the Sony RX100. And then there's the Sony A5100. In the back there are two DSLRs as a reference, the Canon 550 and the Canon 5D. As you can see, the Canon G7X Mark III is really compact. Overall, this camera gives me a very trustworthy first impression. I really hope the Canon G7X Mark III will enable a smaller vlogging rig for me. Hopefully I can also change my Gorilla Pod to a smaller version, since this camera is really small and compact. My only concern is that the battery is a bit too small. Videographers tend to consume more power than photographers. Also say that I would have appreciated a hot show for the microphone. Anyway, now the battery is in the charger, and after some heavy testing I will post a more in-depth review of this camera. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions regarding this camera, and I will do my best to answer them. And if you don't want to miss my in-depth review, make sure to subscribe.